So I'm not sure why, but it's not playing any volume. I'm not really sure why it's not. I'm choosing the Giovanni theme. I'm not sure why my gameplay is choosing not to play any volume or whatever, because we're here for PPL. We're against Bill, and I need to see what his team is. Okay, there's a Plusle. Amazing. Okay, so I know my team, so that's not the problem. We got Plusle, I saw a Clefable, I see a Keldeo, I see a Shaman, I see a Latias, and I see a Claydol. Okay, so I don't see a Heatran, which is interesting. That puts my Roserade in a really good matchup. Scarf Thundy looks really good here. Licky looks really nice. Not sure what his check to Diancie is meant to be. Zygarde also looks really good. Yeah, kind of liking this a lot right now. It's feeling pretty solid. So what I want to lead with, I guess I want to lead with Thundy, right? Because against anything it's a good lead. Like, anything he wants to throw at me, I can kind of take on, I think. So I want to get my rocks up with Diancie, definitely, but I need to play this game smart, I think. So I've got Thundy. T, best of luck, Bill. And communication is interrupted immediately. Okay, we'll pause and come back. Okay, it seems to be fixed, and I also seem to have fixed the game audio. So as far as I know, we're good to go. I still feel like Thundy's my best lead against everything that he has. I can kind of play around everything accordingly. Roserade looks super good offensively as well as defensively here, so I'm really happy about that. Licky looks really solid too. I don't know, everything just seems really solid here. I like it a lot. Good luck to Bill though, this is going to be an interesting game. Definitely a few things I didn't expect him to bring, like Plusle. Plusle for sure is the surprising one. But, you know what, we'll see what happens. So I'm going to lead out my Thundy, because, you know, why wouldn't I here? As he's going to lead with Shaman. Okay, that's good for me. I can just kind of U-turn turn one here. I don't really lose much from it. I get good chip on the Shaman. I can also scout maybe what his primary switch into Thundy might be. And yeah, I can kind of just go out to probably just Roserade. Like, straight Roserade against Shaman is perfectly fine for me here. I'm in a pretty strong position. Thundy definitely threatens Shaman. Shaman can obviously take some hits. I assume it is a Spadef Shaman to deal with my Mega Diancie. However, it could also be a physically defensive Shaman to deal with my Zygarde. So, not really sure what kind of Shaman he's bringing to the game here. We'll find out. As he does just stay in a U-turn, so I get good chip damage off on this thing. Did a good amount. That's good. Good to know. So a physical attack there did a pretty decent chunk of damage, which is really interesting. I think my play here is just Roserade, though. I don't lose much more. If he HP Ices, I can just synthesis... well, I can just set up spikes, really. So yeah, he just hidden powers. I assume this is HP Ice, which, yeah, I just swallow. So, pretty good spot for me here. I can kind of just go for a spike. He does reveal leftovers. That's interesting. Oh my, I didn't think that would be that big. That's what she said. Anyway, that probably just ruined my recording for a little bit, but I think Spike here is pretty free, because if he wants to Rapid Spin with Claydol, he allows my free switch into Celesteela. I think that's my play, is to Spike here. I don't see him staying in. I can get some health back. I could also predict the Claydol to come in and be aggressive here. I think he is going to go for his rocks if he sends in Claydol, and then he'll spin on the next turn. So there's definitely options, but I mean, Selly coming in against Claydol is really nice, because as far as I remember, Claydol has no real way to hit Celesteela for any kind of damage. Let me double check, but Claydol, what electric moves do you get? Charge Beam, Fire moves, none. Do you get Gravity? You do. So that's going to be something to watch out for, potentially a Gravity variant. I mean, my play here is 100% to Spike. I see Bill having no reason to risk his Shaman. He doesn't really have a switch into this though, barring, I think, the Latias or the Claydol. so I'm not sure how he's playing this. He will withdraw out to what? Lucy. I assume this is Claydol. It's Latias, okay. Latias is interesting. That's a free spike. Pretty happy with that. I can get some health back. So I've got two options here, but I think my main option is just Celesteela. I think it's very safe. I can even go Celesteela and then double into Thundy, predicting the electric move. And, you know, play around him from there if I want to. But I think Selly's pretty safe here. He may just defog. He may just go straight for the Psychic or the Ice Beam. Regardless, my Selly can take it. And then I think my play will be to double into my Thundy, because I think against anything that he does against Selly, Thundy just coming in straight against it is the best play. So yeah. Roseray's putting in work. Already got the single spike up. We're going to see how he wants to play around that right now, as Selly is going to come in right now, and he is going to Psychic, which I can obviously take like a champion. As you see here, that does absolutely nothing. So yeah, I think what I want to do this turn is go hard Thundy, because I think if he has a move to hit me with, he will fire it off now, and if it's an electric move, I obviously am immune to that, and I can just proceed to go for U-turn and get off good chip against this thing, and then potentially just go hard Diancie and put some pressure on this Latias. So yeah, or I could just go hard back into Selly. He actually withdraws himself, so he goes into Cutie, into Plusle. Okay, well, Plusle takes a spike, which is good. Now I just want to look at Plusle's speed. Base 95, so I should be able to outspeed this, even if it is Scarfed. So let me just go to my calcs. Thunderous, Therian, Tony Storm against a Plusle. Can't believe I'm doing a calc like this. So knock to max HP Plusle doesn't do a lot. I think I just want to U-turn here into Licky Licky. What the hell does Plusle get? Like Encore? Okay. I think Licky's pretty safe. I could also just go into Diancie. I'm worried about Nuzzle if I go into Diancie, but I also just like the premise that I can get my rocks up. Or just straight up Moonblast and kill him. I also just like being able to knock. Because if this is offensive Plusle, does knock just kill? Probably not. Nah, knock has no chance to kill. I think U-turn is my play. This may reveal Scarf, I don't know, but I'm just going to U-turn. Okay, so another U-turn will kill that thing, which is good to know. He may go for the HB Ice here. I don't think I lose much from going into Roserade, really. If he HB Ices, so be it. If he Nuzzles, so be it. I think Roserade's the play, man. Just kind of comes in for free. So Roserade's in. Hidden Power again. Probably Hidden Power Ice again. But again, that did a lot. That was a crit. Okay, that's why. I was wondering why it would do so much. I can fire up a Synthesis here. Judging on that being crit damage, I should be able to take another one and just Synthesis up. I don't really want to risk anything stupid, you know. He just Nuzzle, that's fine. As long as he doesn't get the full power, this is an okay turn for me. If I can just guaranteed get this recover off, I do. Cool. That's an okay turn for me. I'm actually fine not being faster than certain things, as long as my Roserade stays healthy. I'm also going to be munging on a Schnitzel while this is going on. So I feel like HP Ice is really obvious here. I really want to go hard Diancie. Or hard back into Thundy. Because I can take the HP Ice if necessary and then just go for a knockoff, potentially. I think Thundy's going to be my play in case he wants to try and Volt Switch out here. This also pins him in. I think he definitely could HP Ice, but he may also want to try and preserve his Plusle for later on. So I think what I am going to choose to do... He could be AV as well with this Plusle to be the Thundy check. So I think hard Thundy here is fine. Obviously HP Ice will hurt, but he does withdraw, so I predict that nicely as it goes back out to Latias, which is completely fine by me. Let's go straight back out to Thundy. And I can just kind of U-turn again here. I could knock, but as far as I remember, I believe he has a Z Latias. Let me double check. I'm pretty confident it's Z Latias. No, it's not Z Latias. So knock could be really nice here. My only fear is that because I'm a mild nature... Well, mild's minus defense, so that's not a problem. We saw already that he's, Yeah, I'm thinking knock could be the play. That's if he's holding Dragonium, which he definitely isn't. So he's holding an item that I can knock off. So yeah, knock off's doing a clean half. So I think knock's my play here, because I am scarfed. I can just knock off here. Get off a fat chunk of damage. Oh, that's a really frustrating crit for him if he just... Yep, that's really bad. That one might just suck, because I can eat this. And now I just basically kill his Latias. I just click knock off again because I outspeed. He may swap here, but like, what do you swap into? Whatever you swap into is getting their item knocked off. Plusle just dies after spikes. That crit pretty much sucks. I think would knock off into no item have killed. 57... Oh, it would have been a roll, so I don't know. Mid rolls are telling me that it was pretty much going to kill. But, I don't know, man. That Psychic did less than expected as well, so I'm assuming maybe he had some bulk, so that sucks. That really sucks. It puts me in a really good spot, but it fucking sucks for Bill. Yeah, he doesn't really have a switch in here. Plusle dies after spikes. Clef doesn't want its item knocked off. Keldeo doesn't appreciate item knocked off. Shaman doesn't appreciate it. And neither does Claydol. So I think, like, relatively either something dies or something loses a lot of momentum for him here. I could see him going hard Shaman here. But at this point, Latias struggles to roost up against a lot of my mons. Just from sheer pressure alone. So that turn sucks. That really sucks for Bill. I don't really know what he does here. He is going to withdraw. Is he going to sack off Plusle? No, he goes into Shaman. That's very interesting that he wants to send in Shaman. So he's definitely going to Synthesis this turn. Without a doubt in my mind, he Synthesises. And without a doubt in my mind, I just go straight into... Let's go straight into Roserade. Because he either leaves his Shaman this week... or he allows Roserade in for free. And at that point, Sludge Bomb's pretty free. Or I could just double back into Thundy. Doubling back into Thundy's also pretty fucking free at this point. Okay, he lets Shaman stay low. I mean, that was a smart play on Bill's end. He can get the Roost here. So that's really nice for him. I assume he's going to go for the Roost this turn over anything else. So I'm going to take advantage of that and go straight into my Diancie. 100%. I assume he immediately knew that play was happening, so he could go for Roost. And I'm going to, you know, make it not that great of a play. Yep. So there is a chance Latias could have HP Steal, obviously, which would suck. But I mean, that's the risk that you take in Pokemon, I guess. I don't know. Like, does he have room for HP Steal on this set, is the question. Even if he does have it, it's only a 37.5% chance to OHKO. So, the question is, do I go for Rocks? I think I just Moonblast. He doesn't have a switch in for Moonblast, so I just click it. And it's a speed tie with the Latias if he stays in. I've knocked off its item, which was Safety Goggles, for Sleep Powder Roserade, because apparently that was a threatening set in this matchup. I didn't realise, unfortunately. Moonblast is pretty free here. His Shaman is weakened. If Clef comes in, then I can just get up Rocks if I need to. If Claydol comes in, I'll kind of scout, maybe going for Protect on my next turn to see what he wants to do. So, Mega Evolving Hero Moonblasting is pretty safe. Although he got the Roost off with Latias, which he might think was good for himself, I kind of expected that. Yeah, so he withdraws, but like something dies. Restricts. This is Claydol. The question is Claydol going to be able to take 2 of these Moonblasts? Because if it ain't, then he's in trouble. So we'll see what he does here. I'm just going to Moonblast straight up. And I get the special attack drop. That's huge. If he is a Scarfed Claydol, he now cannot kill me. If he is Scarfed Claydol, he cannot kill me with Earth Power. I mean, he couldn't to begin with a timid nature, but now if he's at -1, he definitely ain't killing me. However, if he is Earthquake, can he kill me? I guess I should look into that, shouldn't I? Docile, Claydol, Earthquake. Ooh. 18.8% chance to kill. It's kind of nutty, but I mean, I feel like he has a special Claydol in this matchup, or he's like Gravity or something. So I'm just going to Moonblast here. Earth Power, that's fine. So he's -1, so this does like half. And we knock out Claydol. That Spadef drop doesn't matter, Claydol's dead. So, we get a bit of unfortunate hacks on Bill, which is really stupid. And his Claydol's dead, which means that he, unless it's Defog, doesn't have a way of removing hazards. That's huge. So Claydol dies to Diancie Moonblast. Okay. So in this situation, Bill has a few options, obviously. Latias could just come in and he could just risk the speed tie. Definitely a play. Don't know if it'd be one that I'd go for, but definitely could be a play. Shaman is going to die. Now that its item's knocked off, it's definitely going to die. Plusle is going to die because I outspeed it. And if it's Focus Sash, then maybe it's got a chance, but I think Earth Power would just fuck it up. Clef could come in. Clef is something I kind of expect to see come in. But I think I'd just go for my rocks if it come in. So Keldeo is the play. So what I'm going to do here is go for a Protect. Since I am Pack and Protect on this set, I can scout exactly what this Keldeo wants to click against me, and then play accordingly around it. I don't think he's going to reveal Sub or anything on this turn, so I'm just going to Protect straight up to see what the Keldeo is going to lock itself potentially into. It goes for Calm Mind. So that immediately tells me this is Roselli Keldeo. That immediately tells me this is Roselli Keldeo. But Calm Minding in the face of Diancie's kind of wild, son. So if he's not Roselli, Moonblast after one spike has a 68.8% chance to kill. If he is Roselli, obviously it won't kill, but I do chip him into range of Thundy, and I can also put him in potential range of Zygarde. So I think I just Moonblast here, don't I? That's my play. He is the Roselli, so like obviously he's going to live this hit and be able to kill me, but I need this damage more than anything else. Yeah, I need this damage. Unless he gets greedy here and Calm. Oh wow, another special attack drop. He just surfs, that'll knock me out. The special attack drop sucks though. Diancie will die though. So I mean like, crits everywhere. What is happening? So Diancie dies to Keldeo. So like obviously I could have clicked Moonblast on that turn, and like he would have lost his Keldeo, but I had no reason to risk that. So Keldeo's at this range of health. We know that Plusle, I'm pretty sure, has like Lightning Rod. Yeah, so like I can't go into Thundy unless I go for U-turn and make that man play, but there's no reason to do that. I think I just go into Roserade, because Roserade can just go straight for the Sludge Bomb here. Because he doesn't have a way of hitting me super duper hard. I can just pressure him here, and Sludge Bomb just puts him into range of shit. Like, I mean, at this point, like, Zygarde's looking really good. It has setup opportunities, for sure. So I'm just going to Sludge Bomb here against the Keldeo. I have no reason not to. He doesn't really have a good switch in. He can Icy Wind, that's fine. He's at neutral, so this will do... Like, yeah, okay. No, my speed fell. So I just Sludge Bomb here. Hopefully net a poison would be great. I don't get the poison. That kind of sucks. But from this range, Keldeo will die to another Sludge Bomb. I don't have any reason to make any cheeky plays. I think I just go for Sludge Bomb here. He's in E-Speed range from Zygarde regardless. So I just Sludge Bomb again. As he connects with the Icy Wind. I may be able to take a hit from Clef still and Synthesis if I need to, but I also don't know if I really need to do that. Hopefully I don't get paralyzed on this turn. I don't, so Keldeo should just die to the Sludge Bomb. Fantastic. Okay, Keldeo's dead. That's awesome. So, 2 of his biggest threats are gone. Well, I mean, Claydol wasn't a threat, but, Keldeo dies to Rose, Sludge Bomb. Now, I'm lucky in this battle, because in the game against Carney, obviously, every turn I got parried. In this one, I haven't got parried once, so that's lucky. What do I want to do here? Do I gain anything from preserving Roserade is the big question I'm asking myself right now. I'm trying to think of like the plays that I make. So I'm contemplating Licky Licky. Because we can assume this is like an offensive Latias, but like my Licky can kind of take that on. Because it's SD. And he doesn't have a lot for Licky Licky now. So I'm tempted just to go for Sludge Bomb here to let him kill me and then go into Licky Licky and just SD up. Because Psychic does nothing. Draco will do nothing. So Sludge Bomb's just kind of free here. Like, obviously I'd like to preserve this thing to deal with Clef. But at this point, I'm kind of thinking maybe he'll overpredict as well. No, he just Psychics, that's fine. Roserade did its job, man. The spikes are up, which is great. And I think Licky Licky just goes in now. So Roserade dies to Latias, Psychic. So yeah, Licky just comes in. I'm pretty sure that's my play, is Licky Licky. And, I mean, I could just sub if I wanted to. But I think Licky just comes in and SD's up, because he could attack me. He could go into anything he wants, but I think SD is my play. Because I don't really know what he does with Latias here. Looking at like my Licky spread, Psychic does 27.8 to 32.6 from max special attack. So I chew that, and then take a Draco Meteor after that. He withdraws out to what though? Hyperion. Is this unaware Clef? It is not, so Licky's going in. And, since this isn't unaware Clef, can I just go for sub this turn? I might just be able to go for sub. I'm going to go for it. Why not? Could be a bad play if he's like Life Orb Focus Blast, but I designed this Licky in a way where it should be able to outspeed Clefable and set up a sub in its face. So I'm hoping that is exactly what we're about to see. Because level 50 Clef hits 80 speed, I'm at 82, he outspeeds. But his Moonblast shouldn't do enough to break us up anyway. Yep. Awesome. Lick Flare is in the house. Yeah, so he didn't do enough to take me down to half after I sub, so I'm assuming that means that he doesn't do half. He isn't doing enough to break my sub, sorry. So I should just be able to click return for damage. This shouldn't be able to break my... I'm guessing from the damage I just saw, this is a roll to break my sub right now. Yep, awesome. Awesome. Go Lick Flare. Wait. Wait, are you kidding me? Why doesn't my Licky Licky have happiness? That's a paddling. Alright, it's fine. We have Earthquake still, so I'm just going to sub again. That sucks. Oh well. He's going to Moonblast here. He'll break our sub. I'll sub again. I have Earthquake. So I can still use Earthquake to my advantage here to wear down this Clef. I'm so mad right now. If I had Frustration, this Clef would have been like dead. But I forgot that when getting my Pokemon Gen, that the happiness would probably be wrong, and I have to fix that, but I didn't, so that sucks. EQ should still do a good chunk to Clef. And he might not be able to break my sub with Moonblast. This is just super unfortunate right now. This is a roll to break sub. It doesn't, so I can just EQ here for damage. And hopefully get off a good chunk. That is a good chunk. Honestly, I'm going to SD this turn because I think he's either going to go for Moonblast to break my sub, or he's going to go for a like soft-boiled, predicting me to want to go for a sub again. So I'm going to SD again here. He does just Moonblast, that's fine. I think at this point, now that I'm at +4, I kind of just click Earthquake and go from there. It really does depend if he's like max defense Clef, obviously. I can't believe he actually ran speed. And I can't believe he actually has enough special attack investment to break my sub. Well, he doesn't actually, sorry. He doesn't have enough special attack investment. I designed this thing specifically for that situation. So I can sub again, which gives me a turn, and then proceed to EQ twice. I believe that is a smart play, but like EQ's better here. I want to put pressure on this Clef, to be perfectly honest with you. I need to be able to put pressure on this thing right now. I'm so mad that Return just betrayed me like that. If I had Frustration, this game would have been completely different. I guess it makes up for some of the hacks if I had this like set not work the way it was designed to, but this Clef could have been so much more weakened. I mean, +2 EQ is still going to do at least 48 to 57, and Moonblast from him has no chance to 2-KO me from here. So I can guaranteed hit him like 2 more times and knock him out. I think my play is EQ this turn and then sub next turn, because EQ here forces him into a Moonlight play, and then I can sub on the Moonlight play, and then he has to waste a turn trying to break my sub. Yeah, so Moonblast can't 2-KO me from here. Yeah, so I can definitely set up a sub if I need to on the next turn, if I wanted to, but like EQ should just do a ton here. Now I'm at +4. Yep. So that's doing enough to Clef where it can't just storm me out. So that's really good for me. The fact that I have a Scarf Thundy still in the back, and Clef is now basically rendered useless because I lose nothing from just spamming EQ at this point. If he wants to click Soft Boil, be my guest. He can't kill me with Moonblast from here. I can kill him with Earthquake from here. He could potentially go back out to his Latias, which would suck because obviously my Return does nothing to Latias. I'm surprised he hasn't chosen to do that. But yeah, I'm just going to EQ here. At this point, he's weakened his Clef to the point where it's not doing much. So Moonblast should not be able to knock me out unless he gets a crit here, which he does not do. So Licky Licky is going to be able to knock out the Clef. So it didn't do exactly what I wanted it to do in reality. Because in reality, the sub would have still been up and things would have been getting decimated. But we did 1v1 at Clef, so there's that. Clefable dies to Licky EQ. Okay, so Clef's dead. He has Shaman, Latias, and Plossel remaining. So Zygarde, basically, is what I'm looking at right now. Realistically speaking, I can set up on the Plossel and then just win the game. That's how I see this playing out. He goes into Shaman. Interesting. I guess he's going to go for a Synthesis, right? So, like, I'm assuming I don't have max happiness. Is there a happiness thing on here? No. So this sucks because he's going to be able to Synthesis up. I don't think Return's going to do that much. I'm just trying to think of... Well, actually, what I'm trying to think of is where the hell my pen just went. Ah, it's over here. So I'm trying to think of whether I just want to click Return again to get some damage off on this thing, because I know he's going to go most likely for a Synthesis. Can I just go into my Selly? What's Selly got again? Heavy Slam and Toxic, which isn't great here. I could just go into my Thundy. I'm in a bit of a bind, actually. I kind of have to stay in with Licky and spam Return, I think, because he's just going to Synthesis up. And, like, this is going to be the most depressing Return damage ever. But, realistically, all I can do here is just keep trying to chip down this Shaman. This should still do a good chunk. It's +4. Did nothing. I'm really mad about this because if I had investment, would Earthquake do more to Shaman right now? Like, plus 4 EQ can do 32. It's doing about the exact same amount, I think. I don't know. I think I just click return again. If he attacks, so be it. I've got him down to a decent range of HP. This is so annoying right now because this potentially could bring him back into the game. This is super annoying. I get a crit. That's nice. Let's go, Young Lick. So if that's a crit, that's doing what, 40 something? EQ's doing way more consistently, so I'm just going to click EQ from now on. If he attacks me from here, that's awesome, because obviously Thundy can just come in and you turn into Selly, or Selly can just come in, I think, at that point. And Selly can just Toxic. He Seed Flares, this has a chance to kill, probably doesn't. That killed. With no investment, would that have been a roll? Potentially. So, I've got a couple of plays to make here. One play I'm heavily considering is Zygarde because I know the HP that Latias is at. And that's what I'm contemplating right now is I know that Latias is at like... I'm contemplating, guys, whether I want to set up a DD with Zygarde and go for game because I'm adamant. And +1 arrow should knock out Latias in the range that it's at, and then +1 Z Iron Tail should knock out the Shaman. So I think I'm going for it with Zygarde at this point. Because Shaman at this point, I think, just dies to +1 Z Iron Tail. From the range of health that it's at, Corkscrew Crash does a ton. So I think I just DD up, and then go for the Z Iron Tail on the next turn. I outsped. He's a very slow Shaman. Did he go for HP Ice? Seed Flare. That'll do a good chunk. And he didn't get the Spit F drop, which is huge. I think I just drop the Z move now and push for game. Because if I connect with this Corkscrew Crash, then I win. Hopefully Bill doesn't swap. That would kind of suck. I could still Iron Tail the Shaman, I feel, though, and like +1 Iron Tail still does a ton. So I don't know if he's fearing a Z move here. I mean, at this point, I could just click Outrage and win. So that's got to be going through Bill's mind as well. That I could just be clicking Outrage here with Zygarde and cleaning up the rest of his team. So then maybe his play here... No, Plusle doesn't get static. So he could... Yep, cool. This should kill Shaman and seal the deal. Judging on U-turn damage from Thundy, this should kill a Shaman. And then Arrows kills Latias. Or just puts it straight in range of Thundy. So I think this is game. Pretty sure this is game. That's it. There we go, boys. I think that's game. Shaman goes down. So Shaman dies to Zygarde. Corkscrew Crash. And then my play here against Latias, like I said, I think it's at about 75%. So I'm going to go for the arrows. Even if this doesn't kill and he kills me, I always have my Thundy to revenge. I can just click U-turn against that. Go into Selly if I have to weaken the Plusle, but I'm pretty sure knockoff just kills Plusle from here. So I just arrows. And arrows should hopefully net the kill on this Latias here, because I am adamant-natured. He lives on 1. Yikes. But he clicks Psychic. I should be able to live this. Cool. So, Zygarde cleans. That's nice. I'll just E-speed. Oh, wow. Okay, that was close. So, Latias dies to Zygarde. E-speed. And all that's left is the Plusle. So I believe we're going to pull out a 3-0 win here over Bill. What a game. E-speed should just be able to kill a Plusle, right? I don't want to risk any like dumb shit happening to me, you know. +1 E-speed definitely kills Plusle, so I'll just E-speed here. and that should seal the deal. And your Tampa Bay Frogadiers rock up a 3-0 victory over Bill and the Adelaide Honchkrows. Look, there was a bit of hacks in that game, I can't deny. Like, being able to basically prevent the Claydol from killing Diancie was huge. The special attack drop on the Keldeo was huge because it meant that Icy Wind didn't kill my Roserade. There was definitely some bullshit in that game. Granted, I feel like I kind of pushed the game into a direction where if Licky Licky actually could have used it set properly, then I would have won. Because if I could have used that set properly, then I was murdering the Clef, and then he was having to, you know, send in another Mon to break my sub, and then I would just reply by killing him every time. So yeah, Bill wants to start a call now, so I'm going to leave it here. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you have, like the video, all that good shit. We are now sitting pretty good. We got 6 next week, so keen for that game. Anyway, I'm the Bird. I'm out this bit.